About to blow, and I've been caught in the undertow. So toxic, but I can't get enough. You're burying me, burying me. Yeah, you're burying me, burying me. You've got me hypnotized. Push me out of myself. You've got me hypnotized. Whoa. I can see, I can hear, going crazy for the light. It's got me hypnotized. You've got me hypnotized. Get you out of my hand again. Ready to fight, ready to go. That's my final word. Taking chances again, I just can't watch. Running a game, pushing my brain with the candlelight. I catch my breath and let it burn, 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 burn. Burn the pain, burn the lies, burn the fear inside myself, and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape this cage. I've been looking for so long. Is that where I belong? Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Japanese Wrestling Update with our brand new theme song, Burn by ONLAP. Thank you very much to ONLAP for the wonderful, wonderful song. Welcome to the Japanese Wrestling Update. I am your co-host, Andre C. Right over here, it's the slightly agitated by Andre Princess, Melball. How you doing, Melball?
Slightly agitated.
Yeah.
I lost an hour. We get the glasses, Melball, because she didn't have time to struggle for an hour putting on her lashes. It is what it is, but we're here. We're happy. It's Friday. I had my Fat Friday meal already, Andre.
I'm going to eat hot dogs after this, so that's my favorite.
Hey, I spoiled myself today. I was proud of myself. I had Popeye's chicken
Oh,
with mac and cheese and red
oh,
beans and rice. And I found out some
oh,
sad news, Andre.
what?
Found out some sad news. Apparently, here in Canada, they are discontinuing the red beans and rice as a side order.
No.
Right?
Ooh, the
I was
red
like,
beans and
no,
rice
this
is good.
is right. It's unacceptable. Hashtag save red beans and rice.
Yeah,
How are you
hashtag.
doing, my
Yeah,
friend?
I'm doing good. March 1st is always a challenging day for me in my personal life, so it's a challenging day in my life, but otherwise good. Had a good day with out with my mother today because for just personal life stuff, and now I'm here gonna talk some. Ben, news dropped today like a freight train. We already had news. I should to change a couple things around, smash some articles together to make it all one big news segment. So
My goodness. We are going to have a lot to talk about today. Let's hope that neither one of us ramble.
we're gonna ram on through it. I want to say hello to the people in the chat there. Geo the Realist, hello, welcome. Thank you so very much for joining us. And the wonderful
Hello.
Astrid Pizarre. Yes, the calendar theme song helps you get hyped, but the new song, I think it's gonna help you get hyped too. And yeah, big old hey, thank you so very much, Astrid, for joining us here. We appreciate it. But without further ado, we're gonna get right into it because there's a lot of news.
So
We're gonna start with a couple like lighter stories to go. Kicking it off, New Japan Wrestling making a deal with a CWE in Costa Rica. That's going to be a little interesting little deal. They're trying to make partnerships in multiple different countries to expand the brand of New Japan, and I'm liking seeing this. This is the first of two expansions into new places for New Japan.
I mean, as we have said many, many, many times before, any kind of integration of other companies or talent or just exchanges can benefit nobody but the companies and us, the fans, the wrestlers. I mean, this is great news. I'm excited to see where it goes. Don't know what they're kind of going to start with on that one, but I'm excited to see them expand.
Yeah, again, I'm excited to see what they do and to see
Mm,
where this goes. And I'm hoping we get to see some of these shows broadcast in New Japan World, so we get exposed to new talent in new places. Is what makes me
yes.
hopeful. And
Yes.
then the other partnership they announced this week is they're going to back to Taiwan on April 14th, 2 days after Chicago riot the riot show in Chicago. They're heading to Taiwan, man. They're busy. They're keeping busy. New Japan, traveling
Mhm.
all over the world. So like, um, featuring there, we'll see who comes over to America and who can do both. That's my biggest question. Who does both? That's my question.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
have a
Mhm.
feeling his name is Ishii.
He does seem to be that one name in NJPW that you can literally pluck him up and put him anywhere, and he will be accepted and loved by whatever environment. He's huge in the UK, he's big in the US now, and, like, he hasn't held I would say, a prominent title in a little bit, so, like,
Mm.
that's pretty awesome, I would like to see that. I
Or
I find it suspicious with the poster,
mm,
who has hair and who doesn't, just saying.
yeah, who has short hair? Who has long hair? We're gonna talk about we're actually gonna talk about that next because I just want to
Yes.
do a quick run over of
Mhm,
the events from this past weekend in
mhm,
New Japan. The New Beginning in Sapporo shows. Um,
yes.
absolutely two absolutely incredible events. I think I was a little more amped for night one, but night two lived up to the hype, in my opinion.
Mhm. I think we mentioned, in Puroresu Review, there was a little bit of conflict for me personally looking at the cards for the 2 shows because, like, I I would have thought that we would have had, the global title and the TV title defended on night 2 as opposed to, night 1 and
Mm.
just kinda because the participants ended up just in, like, kind of womp tag matches, it was an odd call, but I as you said, I thought it was actually 2 really great shows, but I did find the first one a little bit more exciting than the second one.
Yeah, like the first thing, there was a really great technical match with Saber Jr. Zack Saber Jr.
Mhm,
versus Yuji Nagata. Just great way to kick off the main card. My girl Mina Shirakawa challenging Mayu Iwatani for that IWGP Women's title, coming up a little short, but in a really, really strong match.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a great showcase for both of these ladies, and we got to see some new kind of, I would say moves, a new set of aggression coming out of Mina Shirakawa. Really, really great
Mhm.
match.
Again, both lady have brand new gear for the show. We got an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title match and a Never Openweight Title match that were just full of shenanigans, and it just made me mad. The both those matches in a row. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah, and we had to actually suffer that team specifically 3 times that night, which was just it was some bullshit is what it was. House of torturing us. It was not fun. It was not enjoyable, unfortunately.
Okay, I'm looking at Cage Match, and they have usually have the Wrestling Observer newsletter Meltzer's rating scale put up there. It looks like it's a -1 star for the junior title match.
I mean, same, like, and the problem I had with that match, besides the shenanigans, was the undertones of that hardcore kind of stuff. Desperado is known for doing the hardcore and deathmatch stuff. I just when we know that House of Torture is involved in it, we know that that's gonna be obviously taken to an unfair kind of level, and then we were not disappointed in that. Well, I was
Yeah.
disappointed personally, but we weren't disappointed in that factoid.
Yeah. And then the top two matches, Matt Riddle defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi to win the world television title in his
Mhm,
second ever New Japan match. And
mm,
then Nick Nemeth in his debut match in New Japan, taking the title off of David Finlay. I wasn't super happy with Riddle winning the belt, but at least it's off the boss. But the one that bothers me of everything is Nick Nemeth winning the title. I'm not against him winning it, but Finley had this is his first defense, and I was hoping to see this guy take this title and help him really build himself this year.
mhm, mhm. This is very conflicting for me because with all of the questions of where the Bullet Club, the War Dogs in particular, his little these little war dogs. Where are their contracts standing right now? Are
Mhm.
these part of the new young talent that Tanahashi El Presidente wants to elevate, or are they wanting to kind of remove themselves from the foreign wrestlers and start building up, for example, their four musketeers there.
Mm.
Um, I'm I was also very upset about this, especially given the incredible build that they had going up into the match with Moxley, Osprey, and Finley, and like the continued battle that was ensuing the entire year with the United Empire and the War Dogs. They built Finley up to be a beast of a leader when we weren't totally sure at the beginning if he would be a good one. He turned out to be one of the best. And then they did this to him. And I worry because, sometimes when we have some of these, like, I would say free agent like wrestlers, I'm afraid that we'll have a similar situation with that US title where, Moxley won it and then just kind of disappeared with it for a while
Mm.
before NJPW and Kenta forced him to acknowledge that he had it. I don't want that to happen with this title. I don't think it's gonna happen with the TV title. Um, I
No.
I but I am concerned about it with the global title.
Yeah, we'll talk about the global title's future in a little bit. I got some
Mhm.
good and then bad news to go along with that. But
Yeah.
we want to talk about the 24th quickly. The top 5 matches were LIJ versus just 5 guys. So the
Mhm.
first of it, Bushi defeated Taka Michinoku. That didn't surprise me. Again, I love Taka, but he don't win. He never wins.
No. No, but
No.
boy howdy, as you like to say, did he put on a tremendous fight against Bushi. Like, he
Mhm.
whipped Bushi's butt for most of that match.
Yeah, and then Dookie, whatever you want to call him, the Dokester, the Dokester, defeating Hiromu Takahashi with suplex de la Luna. I was so
Yeah,
excited watching that. Oh,
so
dude,
good.
yeah.
Oh, man, and it was such a long time coming for Doki, but man, I can't he worked so hard in that match, and he's jacked.
Hmm.
Jacked now.
Yeah.
Such a good match.
Again, it almost makes me feel like okay, they're going to start building Doki up because he's beating the guy in the was the guy forever in the junior division. So giving him that win really
Mhm,
helps propel him up the card.
mhm.
And you have Taichi defeating Shingo Takagi. That one was a 50-50 match for me. That because these two have warred forever, but seeing Taichi come out the victor in this, I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And Yoda Tsuji defeating Yuya Uemura in the hair versus hair match. I think it was the right choice. Think it was the right choice.
I agree. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm a little biased also in that situation, but I agree. I
Hmm.
think Astrid would agree as well.
she, I bet you she would. I bet you she would. And then the main event was Tetsuya Naito defeating Sonata to retain the IWGP World Title. No surprise there. I didn't see them going the title back to Sonata right away. I don't know if he ever gets that belt back because I'd be okay if he doesn't.
Yeah, if, and that's a big if, I really do need him to start showing some more of that, like, effortless charisma that he had when he was in LIJ.
Mm,
When he
yeah.
was the cold skull in LIJ, he just had to walk into the room. His presence was his charisma. He's lost it with this new evolution of the Sonata character. We need him to refine it so we can be excited to see him again and want him to hold that title.
Yeah. Again, it's he needs to figure out what he is in this character and get
Mhm,
that
mhm.
je ne sais quoi back.
Yes, because it's influencing Yuya, and it's not a vibe.
Yeah, it really isn't. So we're gonna move on. Of a result from this show, Matt Riddle defended the title against Bad Dude Tito after Saber in a post match interview said you're gonna defend it against one of my guys because he's like I'm too busy going after the world title, and Matt
Mhm,
Riddle defended against Bad Dude Tito last night. That myself, Bobby Munson, and sort of Papa Smokes because he didn't watch it. He just had us reacting to it the entire show. Um, we chatted this match, and actually a really good match. Big Teach looked absolutely tremendous in this match. He looking like just a straight hoss. And Matt Riddle again had really good work. The guy's a great worker. I just don't care for him as a character personally, but his in ring is goddamn incredible. Man, these two tore it down, but Riddle retaining the title.
I unfortunately didn't think that that wasn't going to happen. Mind you, I also don't expect people to lose the titles on their first defenses.
No, me either.
So, yeah, but like I was actually watching you guys while you guys were talking about it, and I believe it was Bobby Munson who was like, "Who is this bad dude Tito? He is impressive, and you dang right, big toots." It's always impressive. That man is just solid. And he's been having a hell of a run. If you follow him on his social media, he's very, very active, particularly on his Instagram, always posting clips and pictures of where he's going, who he's wrestling, what he's doing. Very tremendously entertaining person to watch.
Oh, for sure. The guy is insanely entertaining and just a hoss in that ring, man.
So good. He has a surprising arsenal of aerials, considering how big he is.
Yeah, very much so. And again, he's just he can come off the top. He has some decent flips, and like the athleticism that he has is crazy for the guy for a guy as stacked as he is, man.
Yeah.
So moving on from there, we're gonna jump over to Stardom for a minute, and we're gonna talk the never-ending saga that is Julia. She's on her way out, but she's still a champion. She's still doing so much, and all the speculation on what's coming next, all this stuff, it's so much questions going on right now. So like the first report I got, the more confirmation that she'll be done at the end of March. That's when her contract is up. That's when we're getting Tokyo Sports. That's where it's looking. Meltzer reporting the same thing. It's looking like the end of March for the end of her contract. So, but again, the delay is possibly coming that she might not go to WWE, maybe going to work with Rossi for a few months, get that promotion off the ground. So lots of drama there. So we actually finally have somewhat of a confirmation that we're getting at least one more month of Julia, which is nice to know. But then it comes, out she says she will make an announcement about what her future is when the time comes. So again, now it's like, okay, are you saying like, what is going on?
I mean, and like, what a Julia move it would be to like wait until like the last day of the month or like April 1st to finally make that announcement. Maybe that is going to be the case. Maybe we won't hear until literally the day after her contract expires and she's officially out of Dodge, we'll say, from any potential repercussions. Maybe she'll speak her piece, much like another one who has recently departed with the company has done. We shall see.
Her quote was, "In my mind, I have already decided when the time comes, I will make a proper announcement." And then Ogawa was talked to, and he says, if she, Julia, hasn't decided what to do after leaving Stardom, we would like to make her an offer. So even he's not quite sure what. Again, this will all be rhetoric. They could have a deal in place. We don't know. But again,
I was going to say he could be lying out his old ass teeth too.
Yeah, that's very true. So again, there's so much up in the air, and it gets even more up in the air because she just dropped an interview saying she still wants a match with Mercedes Moné, who happens to be in Japan right now,
hanging out with your girl,
Mina
Shirakawa.
Shirakawa. Yeah, so she was saying at Tokyo Sports again that she still wants a match because she made a comment of that title. It says that title was made for Moné. It really was. It was supposed to be her title before she got hurt in the match, and they decided to pivot and put it on Willow. So she says she wants to make it officially hers by beating Moné. So are we getting a Moné match? That's the question. Like, she's only got a month left, and
given that there was another announcement about this title, we don't know.
Yeah, because they announced for March 10th at the Stardom show. it will be Julia challenging Stephanie Vaquer from CMLL. So does Stephanie win this match and get the title, and or does it fall apart? Like it's so confusing. It's so far out there right now. Like it just
You know what? It would make sense. We have definitely seen Stephanie Vaquer on enough Stardom television working with Stardom girls. She can hang easily. She can hang.
100%.
So I would love to see this, especially given like with the agreement that we know that NJPW has with CMLL. This could only open doors for more people to come over. I mean, we just saw the women's tag match with Ruaka and Starlight Kid, gave them a little bit of a spotlight. Could bring over some more ladies, have some more kinds of matches. Like this is great door opener. But with Julia maybe heading out that revolving door, Stephanie is kind of the Mexican belt collector right now. She's got a lot of gold hanging off of her arms, so I wouldn't mind seeing a strong championship on there. I would
Yeah,
love
me.
that actually.
And speaking of Vaquer, they announced for Windy City Riot, they announced Vaquer, Mina Shirakawa, and Azumi. And again, Vaquer could be walking into that show with this title belt, which would be, I think, awesome. And is that a three-way match we're getting right there? I'm down. Give it to me. Again, there's
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
again, or is Julia signed an extension and maybe she's extending for a couple more months. You never know what it is to get through Windy City Riot and some other stuff to get her a Monet match. We'll see. Again, the
Mhm.
strong title, it's so up in the air right now because nobody knows exactly what's going to happen.
I mean, the strong titles in general are just kind of up in the wind right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Eddie Kingston's got the big one, and then Hickaman and ELP have the tag titles. I think those are the only three that they have. Yeah, I would personally love to see a triple threat for that title and have Stephanie Vaquer going in as the champion. Cool. That'd be great. That'd be
That'd be
great.
awesome. I would be okay with that. And then Mina
Mhm.
Shirakawa beat her for the title, even better.
On our first defense, Andre, haven't we just talked about this?
I'm okay with that one.
Not biased at all.
Yeah. So moving back over to New Japan or ex New Japan, Tama Tonga officially has finished up with the company. There was one match actually we didn't talk about from the 24th. Him and Tangaloa wrestled. It was God versus God. They wrestled ELP and Hikuleo. Hikuleo pinning Tama Tonga with the Godsend after the Godsend Chokeslam to get the win. And Tama Tonga is on his way out. And with all
Mhm.
reports, he's going to WWE. He's taking the Tongan style to WWE, and again, it's just interesting to see with all the reports out there where this man's going. But again, he's got friends there. He's got Styles. He's got Gallows and Anderson there. Like he has friends in that company. So again, there's so many different ways he could go. But I think he would. I think he would work well into the WWE system.
Mhm. Mhm. What I've been hearing, I think, the most about his potential involvement is the
Mm,
bloodline feud. And I would say that's a little too obvious. I mean, it obviously needs to probably be acknowledged, but I feel like that's too obvious of a place to put him.
mm.
Uh, I mean, as you said, he was part of Bullet Club with Gallows and Anderson and Styles. And I'm all for giving Styles more TV time. I'm all for giving Anderson more TV time. Gallows can stay where the hell he is.
Oh, on
But
NXT.
sure, leave him there. Um, what I also recall, Tom was a part of the Bullet Club when Cody Rhodes was a part of the Bullet Club. Could we see a partnership there? Not joining the bloodline, but feuding against the bloodline.
It's very possible. And again, like him and his family aren't directly related to the bloodline.
Mm,
Their father Haku comes from the same place that the same place as High Chief Peter Maivia came
yeah,
from. So there is bonds, but not blood. So again, could he be
yeah.
tossed
It's a
in as
different lineage.
yeah, it's a different lineage, but they both come from the same place. So they have
Mhm,
like a they have that cultural connection. There's that
mhm,
Samoan Tongan connection. There's that connection culturally, but
mhm,
it's going to be interesting to see where he goes and to see if he's going to be
mhm,
used as a prominent person in WWE and where he slots in. Again, he's 41. That's another thing. But Triple H doesn't seem to have much issues with LA Knight and AJ Styles. Two of his top guys are in their 40s. So,
mhm. Well, I was gonna say, like, I feel like you could probably have him take a similar route that like AJ Styles or Shinsuke Nakamura are taking,
mm,
and just have them be in that, have him like pay him a ridiculous amount for his contract, sure. But
mm.
like, yeah, just keep him under contract, let him surf with his baby or something.
Yeah, and
It depends on what it is that he wants, though, because like we know Andrade is one of those people who is in this for the love of the sport and wants to wrestle as much as possible. And there's other people who are okay with only wrestling a handful of matches a month. So it'll be interesting to see where Tama wants to be.
yeah, and again, he has said he's leaving New Japan because he wants to be U.S. based to be near closer to his family. Does he get a part time deal where he's not on the road
Mhm.
every weekend working every house show? Because I
Mhm.
doubt he wants to go on the road 4 to 5 days a week if he wants to go home and spend more time with his family. Again, it's
Mhm.
keeping him away almost as much. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's all up in the air.
That seems to be the like phrase for this show.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
up in the air.
Oh man, that's what the name of the thumbnail should have been. All up in the air, but I did it for what's coming up in a couple of stories.
Oh, okay.
But I want to talk the one other guy leaving the promotion. Okada winning his last two matches in those multi-man tags against the United Empire and Matt Riddle on the
Mhm.
23rd and 24th. Um, but he did an interview with Tokyo Sports, and Okada was asked about the potential rematch with Naito at the Tokyo Dome, and he noted he does not intend to return to New Japan. I'm already looking ahead to what's next, and I'm going out with the intention of never coming back to New Japan. I'm sorry about that, but I don't think so. Of course, I want to treasure the feeling and the words I received. If he's going to AEW, why is he so adamant about not coming back to New Japan? So again, it's all up in the air, man. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Okada's been a little off since the whole Sky Sparkle incident, where Kota Ibushi Sky Sparkled his face, and the match ended up going to Okada when it was very obviously supposed to go to Ibushi.
Mhm. Very much so.
Um, yeah. I've noticed that we have like it's almost like a part of him has been missing. Part of the passion has been missing from Okada since that happened. And maybe it does have something to do with something going on backstage that maybe he wasn't talking about, or maybe they have NDAs too, who knows? I mean, Ibushi didn't seem to. So, maybe there is something going on that's not come out yet, and maybe they're kind of a little unhappy maybe with how things are going, and that's why we're not seeing contracts getting re-signed as quickly as possible. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. What do you think about this?
And again, he spent 12 years here, like since his
Mhm,
return, and then the excursion, the dojo before that.
mhm,
He's done a lot, and I think maybe it's just him. He's like, I'm done. I've done everything I need to do there, and I just want to do
mhm,
something else. And maybe the fact is, maybe he's moving. Yeah, he's moving to the U.S. and he's just taking his family. And it's like, this is it. We're going. I don't need to go
mhm,
back. Like he's probably gonna go back to see family and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but he's like,
mhm,
I don't need to make trips back to New Japan
mhm.
to wrestle people. I don't need to do that. Like he's like, he's arguably he's wrestled every top guy in the promotion, and really, he's wrestled Finley. He's wrestled some of the guys on their way up. So really, do we need it?
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true. And like also his wife, she's voice actress, isn't he? Something that or she. You
She,
noted that she can definitely do that overseas easily.
especially
So yeah,
especially if they end up in like California or something. There's plenty of
mm,
studios that you can go work in to do that kind of stuff. So
yeah, much easier, much easier. Absolutely.
yep.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm obviously curious as to why he would say something like that. Like I would love to ask him to elaborate. However, I think this is all we're going to be getting out of him for right now, and I'm good with it. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see where he ends up.
Yeah, me too. It's always a wonder what the future holds in all of this.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
talking about the future, we're going to talk about the future of New Japan because we've got the New Japan Cup dates announced. I'm going to full screen this just so people can see it a little better. So you
Yeah.
got Sonata, Goto, Saber Jr., and Evil all have buys to the second round. A lot of great matches ups in here. Shota Umino taking on the debut in his first match in New Japan, Jack Perry, which is pretty interesting to
Oh,
me. That our angle at Battle in the Valley will come to a head on the first night.
I'm actually curious to see that because if you see who that person is facing, it's going to be between Yano and Yujiro Takahashi. Could you
Yeah.
imagine the hilarious match that Yano could potentially put Perry through?
Oh my. Like he would, he would come out wearing a 90210 shirt.
He would. He would. And yeah, so I'm curious. Like I kind of feel like Perry's going to win that one.
Me too. Again, and again,
Because
there's a lot.
why announce him for the tournament if you're not going to have him go through the first
Yep.
bit?
Yeah. Again, that whole first upper left bracket is on the first night of the tournament,
Mhm.
along with this is also the first night. It's also going to be the anniversary show on March 6th, which will feature Tetsuya Naito facing off against Sho. I am so excited for that one.
Oh yeah, Naito's going to kick his ass. Just real quick to go back to the
Past
cut here. Look, yeah. Astrid, I don't think you're going to like what I'm going to say here. If Jack Perry goes through that bracket, you see who he's going to face?
uh,
Sonata. Sonata.
I see
I,
Sonata going to the
that
Final Four. Easy.
that is going to be a horror. That's not going
Yeah,
to be good. We got two guys who struggle with charisma
they already and
going into it.
they already had a less than stellar match too at Forbidden Door last year. So
Right? They did. Oh,
everybody forgets that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, for good reason. Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be an exciting tournament. I mean, I barely even looked at the rest of the brackets, just focusing on that first little one. That's already exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, Suji
TJP,
versus Jeff Cobb? Come on now. Dang.
TJP and Finley.
Ishii versus Owens. That's gonna be interesting.
They forgot too, but many reasons. Okay, Bobby. Yeah, but
Up in smoke reasons.
a lot of great matchups through. Bold no leg in the tournament this year, taking on Hikuleo. I think he's gonna have a good showing, but I think Hikuleo moves on to face Evil in the second round. My
I mean,
personal opinion.
yeah, we can't have the strong tag team champion taking a loss to a young lion.
No, he won't. Definitely not.
Narita versus Tai Chi. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm picking Saber to go to the end again. I'm picking him to pick up another New Japan Cup win, and It's going to be him and Naito in April at the Sakura Genesis show on the 6th of April, I think. Yeah, WrestleMania Night 1.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
I'll have to really sit down and go through this a little bit more so we can make our predictions in this.
yeah, we'll bring up predictions in the next. We'll give you some next week when we come back here. Even though the
Mm,
first round's already going to be out there.
yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, again, but talking about tournaments, we have another tournament in Stardom to talk about here because
Yes.
they do their yearly bracket tournament at the same
Mhm.
time. And it's a Cinderella tournament. Now, I'm not going to zoom this one in because it's all in Japanese. I even tweeted them saying, hey, can I get an English version? But no, I can't. So in the first
Oh, I
round,
wish you said something. I actually saw one. I would
what?
have
Where?
spoiled it for
Oh,
you.
dang
It
it.
was on the
What?
X thing.
I was looking on the X, couldn't find one with English with the English stuff written in there. I couldn't find one. So first round, you have Hanan versus Hanako. Winner of that will face off with Mirai. You have Starlight Kid versus Yuzuki. Most likely, it's going to be Starlight Kid versus Suzu Suzuki in the second round.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then you have Saida facing off against Saki Kashima. And the winner of that match will go on to face Mei Sarah in the second round.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It will be interesting given the scared little girl thing that they're doing with Saki Kashima.
Yeah, it's very much so. Then you have Yuna Mizumori taking on Lady C. Winner of that will face off with Ami Sourei in the second round.
Oh no. I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be great." Oh no, she's gonna get her butt kicked. Who's
Mm-hmm.
gonna win that one? That's interesting.
I have a feeling it's going to be Lady C. I'm going to pick Lady C on that one. Let's go.
I would
Um,
love that.
and then you have Wakasukiyama, who made it to the to the final four last year, got a bye to the second round, and she will face the winner of the match of Momo Kogo versus Xena.
Oh,
Yeah.
Momo. Welcome back, honey.
Well,
Touch of Thunder.
the thing is there's a like it. You can there's only going to be one like I'm choosing Xena to move through, but then you're going to have Xena versus Waka, so only one member of Empress Nexus Venus is going to move on there. Hanako has her hands full with Hanan, and then possibly Mirai. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this was the same struggle that we saw with Club Venus last year, though, too, was
Mhm.
struggling to have representation. Um, and then it really does a disservice also that, like, the world champion's not in it, Micah. And isn't Mina? Mina's not in it either.
Mina's not in it. The tag champs aren't in it. There's a lot of the top girls are not in this tournament.
You know, it's interesting that they're doing that, though, because maybe they're actually like they're trying to give the people who haven't already been given opportunity in those champions and captains, an opportunity to face champions and captains.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting to see who they push through, who they have take that top spot. There's so many good names too that you could choose from who deserve that, but I don't think Mirai is going to take it a third time in a row.
I don't either. And then you have Koguma who just returned, taking on Ruaka, and the winner of that will go up against Hazuki.
Oh,
Yeah, we could have the battle of FWC right here.
we most likely will. I
Hmm.
mean, Koguma is she's smaller in comparison to height to Ruaka, but that high speed angle that she has, that literally is the thing that stands between her and the finish. Ruaka is very quick and very powerful, but she's not quite as quick as Koguma.
Yeah, and that's going to be a
Mm.
really interesting first round match to watch. And then you have Sayaka Kurara taking on Natsuka Tora. I'm pretty sure I know who's winning that.
That's just that's just
Mean.
rude.
It's just
That's
mean to
just
Kurara that she's gonna get destroyed by Tora like that.
she you know what though? I bet you that Kurara's gonna pop off a great spear on Tora though, and Tora's gonna sell it like a mamma jamma.
Oh heck yes. Oh heck yes.
Yeah.
Uh, but the winner of that will face
Bobby
Azu.
Stats.
Bobby Stats, welcome to the show, sir. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Bobby.
Yeah. And then you have the winner of Tora versus Kurara facing Azumi in the second round.
Oh.
I like this pick. I like that
Oh.
pick. I like the pick very much so.
It would
Um,
it would be interesting to see them, push Cena through because she's been pretty silently loyal
mhm,
to Stardom and to Mina Shirakawa. So, yeah, I'm curious to see. I hope we see her do more of the dance. I know
me
she
too.
doesn't do it on her music, but I would love to see her dance with, Mina again.
Very much so. And then the final match in the first round into the second round will be Miyu Amasaki taking on Rana Yamagi. So I have a strong feeling that we're going to see Miyu Amasaki move through.
Mhm.
And the winner of that faces Mai Sakurai in the second round.
Oh, for some reason, even though I knew she's not in it, I was afraid you were gonna say Momo Watanabe.
Yeah. Again, Watanabe's not in this. I don't understand, but
I would
yeah.
consider her a prominent member, though, even though she's not a champion right now. Momo Watanabe definitely a prominent
Mhm.
captain level wrestler for sure.
I think we're
Maybe she
talking about
doesn't.
Xena here. I think we're talking about Xena here.
Oh, yeah. She would be a perfect help for Mina going
Mm-hmm.
back and forth.
Oh, heck
And
yeah.
then also, like, especially if they go to AEW. Oh, if they go AEW, oh, Andre, Mina Shirakawa with Xena in her corner versus Tony Storm with Mariah May in her corner. Could you imagine the
Mhm.
story those four women could tell?
Mhm.
Holy shnikes. That'd
I
be
think
great.
that'd be an incredible story. But yeah, the Cinderella tournament's looking to be just awesome this year.
I
And
agree. I
the
agree.
potential for so many people to get risen up and do some great stuff too. That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely. I'm actually very excited to see what, Rana is able to pull off. Because
Me
Rana's
too.
been able to consistently and very well work with everybody that she stepped into the ring with. Sometimes Miyu struggles, depending on the person. If there's a lack of something, like just a lack of connection, sometimes she will struggle. So I'm interested to see if her and Rana can clickety click.
Yeah. Uh,
Mhm.
and then a match was announced. I better translate that so I can actually read it. It was announced for Saturday, March 9th. You have Saori Anu and Natsupoi in her return match taking on Chihiro Hashimoto and making her Stardom debut, Sari, who was just recently working over in WWE NXT. She's from Pro Wrestling Diana and a bunch of other women's companies in Japan. Again, going to be, I think, an awesome match here.
I love Chihiro. I
Mhm.
love her. She's so good. Power lifter, but so flexible. So flexible for a power lifter. It's incredible. Um, Lots of E's in Sari's name.
Oh,
Sari?
yeah, she has three E's. That's right. There's three E's in Sari.
Sari. I like it though. I'm excited for this. It's been a hot minute since we've seen Poi. I've been a little critical of Poi, her absence and her actions with Cosmic Angels and Donna Del Mondo. However, I'm excited to see her back to see if she's going to be this version of Poi, or if we're going to see an evolved version of Poi coming back. We're going to have to see a savage version if she's coming back against Chihiro. Holy
Mhm.
heck. Yeah. If
Yeah.
you don't follow Chihiro on Instagram, highly recommend. She's always posting her like daily routine, all the food she's eating, her workout routines. It's so cute. I love her. She's actually a very, very entertaining person to watch.
Yep. Very much so. So we're gonna move on. An announcement for the Stardom show, Stardom American Dream on April 4th on WrestleMania weekend. Um, name announcements. So you have from Stars, you're gonna get Mayu Iwatani and Momo Kogo. So you're getting the IWGP champion coming over. And from
Mhm.
Queen's Quest, you're going to get Azumi. From Oedo Tai, you're getting Starlight Kid and Momo Watanabe. I think great there. From God's Eye, we're getting Suri coming over. And from Empress Nexus Venus, we're getting Mina Shirakawa. Let's go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I'm excited about this. This is like the best that you could ask for from the Stardom roster. You got the best of high speed in Azumi. You got the most well-rounded, I would say, in Mayu and Mina. You have one of the best, two of the best strikers in Momo Watanabe and Suri. And then you also have that incredible lucha libre style from Momo Coco as well as Starlight Kid. You just got the best of all of the elements from Stardom. This is gonna be great.
And who else is going to come over? Who are they going to bring in to wrestle on this show? Because I have a feeling it's WrestleMania weekend. They're going to be bringing in some women from other companies to work. Maybe a Stephanie Vacquier. Maybe there's plenty of ideas of who could come in and work this show. Maybe a Taya Valkyrie could be rolling in on this. I'd love to see Taya Valkyrie roll in on this one.
I would love to see Willow back.
Oh, just quickly, Dr. Ranger, we spoke about that last week or the week before. I really enjoyed seeing him win the Noah Championship. Really good match there. Again, love seeing somebody different on top in Japan, too, with a luchador kind of being on top there. Really kind of cool for Noah. Yeah, just figured
I don't think I really knew too much about that one.
we did it at the end of the show a couple weeks ago, just as a quick little. I wanted to add it on. Yeah.
I follow Noah on their like Instagram and socials and stuff, but Noah's not one, and DDT are ones I'm wanting to get into more.
Yeah, he said awesome. He's that's way back. This would be pretty gosh darn awesome right there.
Yeah, 100%. I would love to see that. That would be great. Did I just Tony the Tiger?
Great.
They're great.
Yeah, I actually do hope he jobs with Jake Lee because I'm a big Jake Lee fan. So I'm on the opposite side from you here, there, Caleb.
See, I know Jake Lee. I know that name.
Yeah,
I know that name.
who could be Mayu's opponent? Because you feel like she's going to defend that title on this show. I would love to see her face like Momo Kogo on this one. Tell you the truth, if you're going with somebody that's already been announced.
Oh, why is her name slipping me right now? I don't want to say it wrong. That beautiful girl that they have now on AEW, Queen. We saw her face Julia.
Oh, Queen Mita or something. Yeah.
Astrid, help us. Who is this? Who are we thinking? I know she knows her.
But yeah, again, I think it's Queen Amida or something. She would be great.
Aminata?
Queen Aminata. There we go. I almost said Amidala.
That's why I almost did too, and I'm like, that is not the right genre of anything that we're talking about. Yeah, I would love to see her. I would love to see her take on Mayu because we've seen her take on Julia. I would love to see her take on a new angle with Mayu. I think that would be a great opportunity, and she would do so well with it.
Trisha Dora would be, I think, really good too.
Oh yeah. Who is that? Little spicy one on TNA. The one who's married. I mean, it would make sense given Mina's there. Hey, maybe we see Mina take on ex-faction members at Brookside. That would be cool. No, the little spunky one who's married to the guy. That helps. Tasha Steele? Is that her name?
Tasha Steele.
Alicia, yes, Alicia. It's Alicia. The little
Edwards?
spicy one who had the pink bangy thing. Why am I not thinking of words right now? Kendo stick. She had the pink kendo stick in one of those matches on. Oh, both of those suggestions would be good. Yeah. 100%. I'm a big Jordan Grace mark.
Bobby Stats with all the good ideas, man.
That's why he's Bobby Stats.
Why is Bobby Stats? And then they did post a thing attaching on to this announcement. They said, with tickets almost gone, we are pleased to announce this event will be streamed online. So we're going to get to watch it live. Yay. Further details will be announced soon, as will a full lineup. Get ready for the first Stardom United States card in 5. Count them 5 years. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited for people to be subjected to Momo's kicks, Suri's kicks. I'm excited to see and hear what everyone thinks about those and which one's harder. It's
Yeah.
Suri.
Oh, it's definitely serious. Those like MMA trained kicks right there.
Ho,
Yeah.
ho, ho. But Momo, though, those kicks are soul snatchers.
Oh, okay. Yes, I would love to see Keno in there, and Alex Shelley would be awesome. I want to see Jake Lee come over from Noah and do the G1 this summer.
Sorry, I was reading the question. What did you say?
I wanted Keno would be awesome, but I
Oh,
would
yeah.
really like to see Jake Lee come over because like he was one of my picks last year as like I would love to see this guy enter, and we got Kaito Kiyomiya when we were talking about that. I would love to see Jake Lee this year.
Yeah. Yeah, Kiyomiya was my pick for the G1. I was pretty proud of that. So hey, maybe like I got what I wanted last year, and then I got what I wanted at Top Talent recently. So like it's your turn. It's Andre's turn to get what he wants in the
Mina
tournament.
Shirakawa
So
winning the strong title.
let's manifest it, my friend.
Mina
Manifest it.
Shirakawa winning a singles title. That's what I want.
You heard it here, folks. We need to manifest this for Andre. This is his wish this year.
Yeah. And then we're gonna move back to New Japan here. So after the 24 show, Nick Nemeth did challenge Hiroshi Tanahashi to a match for the global title on April 6th, I think it is, Sakura Genesis. So again, it was officially made. It's also gonna on that show's Naito versus the winner of the New Japan Cup. Nick.
Nikki.
But there is news coming out from this. Yep. Wow. It's a pretty good match. But there was an article come out. Hiroshi Tanahashi to miss more action. A day after dropping the title, he had to pull off of the 24 show. He has sustained an injury to his right ankle. While Tanahashi was sidelined from action, he was present at the commentary desk. But unfortunately for Tanahashi, his injury appears to be more serious than early thought. He's been pulled from all the March shows, from all the New Japan Cup undercard matches that he was supposed to be part of, and from Sakura Genesis. So this match, while announced, gets pulled out from under us.
Yoink. We just had the carpet pulled out from under our feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Well, you know what though? It kind of saves us because we were kind of like conflicted on the idea of Tanahashi challenging for that global title because he doesn't need it, and we know that he would try to take it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what it is that they do instead of this match, who they put in there, because now this just kind of opens up a lot of doors for a potential replacement on somebody of equal or greater value. So I'm very curious to see who they put in the place of Tanahashi instead. Andre, what do you think?
Again, it'll be interesting. Like Bobby's saying here, interesting to see who is the rest of the enters. And again, are we getting a David Finlay rematch? Are we getting somebody different? I don't know. I don't want to see David Finlay go into that right away because if they're going to run with the method of it, I don't want David Finlay taking another loss. And I don't know. I really. Caleb's got some ideas. Taichi or Sabre Jr. Yeah, those are some
Oh,
good ideas. I think Taichi would
hey,
be the best. Taichi would be great.
yeah, because it'd be a battle of, who's sexy. You know how much Tai Chi loves to gloat about how good he looks, right? Does the tearaway pants and stuff where he reveals his smaller than they probably should be boxer briefs underneath there. And you can see from if you've watched the matches with Nemeth, you know, he wears his trunks, his pants there. He wears those quite low too. So like, could have some fun. And Tai Chi is very open to doing some pretty outlandish faces and like matches. Like we watched him do a dog match, didn't we?
I don't remember that one.
Like a dog pound. Oh no, that was Chaos and House of Torture. But even
Hmm.
still, Tai Chi is willing to do some goofy things. So I feel like him and Nemeth could actually have a really good, like, serious and with goofy undertone matches. That could be really, really, really entertaining. So thanks, Caleb. Yeah, good idea.
And then Bobby Stats saying someone representing Finley, like Gabe Kidd or Connor. Gabe Kidd is still it was hurt after the show. He is supposed to be at the New Japan Windy City Riot show. We don't know when his return is from injury, but like a Clark Connors or somebody getting a step up, or an Alice Coughlin, any of those guys, I think would be absolutely fun, absolutely wonderful.
It would be interesting to see him clash with someone like Coughlin because, like, I feel like Connors would actually have a fairly similar style to Nemeth. And they would probably end up having like a sassy battle, like a battle of not just like power, but a battle of words. Where I
Mhm.
feel with like Coughlin, it would be him trying to put down the big guy in Coughlin because Coughlin's kind of unnaturally strong.
And I
Yeah,
just want to give a quick shout out to for Caleb. Yeah, picking Suji to win the cup this year. My personal
of
pick is Zack
course.
Sabre Jr. to win it again, but that's my pick.
I mean, it would be, as Tanahashi El Presidente has said, he wants to see homegrown talent start getting homegrown opportunities. Suji is a homegrown talent. We know that Shota Umino is probably not going to advance with facing Jack Perry because why bring in Jack Perry to lose and only wrestle tag matches for the rest of his tour? Like
Mm,
he wouldn't have agreed to that. He's a little doofy, but he's not that doofy. So like,
true.
we'll see where Narita goes. We'll see what happens with Yu Uemura. But like I suspect we're gonna start seeing this year people like Suji, people like Narita, people like Uemura, like Umino getting more prominent opportunities and getting them like actually winning them.
And Caleb saying Taichi is very reliable. He can win, but if he loses, he doesn't feel like I don't ever feel like Taichi's
Mhm.
getting pushed down when he loses.
Oh,
But here's a great idea.
oh yeah, the technicality of Narita versus Ziggles. All right,
But
Nemeth.
but we'd have to deal with a lot of House of Torture shenanigans.
Oh, you know what though? I feel what's the right word to describe him? I feel like Nemeth is just batshit crazy enough that he would dispose of them quickly enough. But I also feel like I don't feel like he maybe has friends, but like, Taguchi seemed to be rather fond of him when they tagged together, and we know that Taguchi is also fond of Desperado. So, like, maybe Nemeth is making enough friends that he won't have to really have a problem with House of Torture if that was ever a match.
And Bobby Stats with me picking Zack Sabre Jr. for the New Japan Cup. Let's go, buddy. Yes. Finally got somebody on my side.
Hey, but statistically speaking, Zack Sabre Jr. does have the greatest chance of winning.
Hmm? He's already out of the first round. So he's already in the second round.
Well, but also just based on his past, his experience with the cup tournament in particular, like, and everybody involved in the tournament, he's beaten pretty much everybody.
Again, looking at that bracket again, like you have Sabre
Mhm,
in the second round, then he's going to face either Taichi or Narita, which will
mhm.
turn out any way that's going to turn out. He's either facing his ex partner or he's going to have a good technical into stupid match. And then potentially he's got Suji, Cobb, Phantasmo, or
Technical,
Nichols.
just stupid. Is that what you said?
It's going to be technical at first, and then House Torture is going to make it stupid.
That's a fair point. That is a fair point. Yeah.
Again, and Suji and Sabre in the same bracket. These two could be facing off in the round of 8. It really could be in the final 8. They could be facing off. That would be a great match.
Jeff Cobb is a very big hurdle for Suji to be able to
Hmm.
hop, though.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to be mean to Suji, but I think Cobb can hop higher. Like, it, as Kevin would say, it's just not fair.
Yeah, again, they were great in the TV type tournament, but Narita
Oh
has
yeah,
gone in a very different direction now. He's House of Torture. There's a lot of shenanigans in his matches that we tend not to like. Um, we did say this
he
about
does
Perry
still
earlier.
wrestle very good. He
Mm.
still wrestles technically very sound. Just the shenanigans suck.
Yeah, I think Perry would be better in a junior division. I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Hmm. But we do have
I'm
it. There
used to
is,
like Chase Owens being the smallest guy in the tournament.
yeah, and there is like TJP's in the tournament this year. He is a junior, so I think he's the
He kind
only
of walks that line.
well, he's the only like person that competes in the junior division though in the
That's
tournament
true.
this year.
That's true.
Even
That's true.
even Hiromu, yeah, because Hiromu's not in it this year, is he?
No, which I thought
Oh,
would have been a great place for him. It's odd that Kellen Newman is in this one.
yeah, Newman, is he in this? Where? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
facing
facing
Kid.
Kid.
He's got
He's
Kid. So Kid, yeah, Kid should be back from injury then. Yeah, yeah,
Kevin's gonna get his butt kicked. I'm scared.
yeah. He's gonna get just destroyed by. Sadly, he's gonna get destroyed by Gabe Kidd, but
He's
yeah.
a little unhinged, that kid.
Yeah, and then yeah, Caleb did say yeah. We said Perry has like it's the lack of charisma, man. He needs to
Yeah.
really, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. The concern for me personally again is if he is able to defeat Umino, move on and take on Yano or Takahashi there and face Sonata and have another lack of charismatic match. Just I'm scared. Scared. That would be interesting because Show would make up for Perry's lack
Mhm.
of charisma by being far too much charisma.
Yeah, that dude has charisma oozing out of every orifice of his body.
And that's a big problem because he doesn't know where else to put it. He ends up looking like a psychopath.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
we have come to the end of another edition of Japanese Wrestling Update. Want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here. Everybody that's been joining the chat, everybody that's been watching along, if you popped in and out, we appreciate all of you.
Yes.
So you can find me on the X Mastodon, Blue Sky and Hive at That Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at That Canada Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk, and you can find us on our YouTube channel if you want to find long forms of everything we're talking about. YouTube.com/@ Andre and Melball Wrestling Talk. We cover all the cards, or most of the cards from New Japan and Stardom. There's some we, life's busy.
Consolidate.
And then you can find me right here on Twitch and YouTube with our local establishment. I think I don't know if it's next week or the week after. We're going to be coming back with more uh, MCU Rebound, talking the Captain America First Avenger movie. So lots to talk about there. And here every Friday, hopefully live most of the time, but when we're at a wrestling show, it'll be pre-taped. You can check us out every Friday here at Japanese Wrestling Update. We're going to set a time soon. I know we've done 8 o'clock, we've done 7 o'clock, we did 7 o'clock this time. We'll have a set time very, very soon to let you guys know about. If you want to hear me and Melball doing our Japanese wrestling our shows, NJPW Pure Wrestling Review and the Stardom Review in audio form, go to sunningsmainevent.com. Our friends over there are putting our shows up in audio form. I want to thank them very much for that. And then please support our boy Mike the Ref, who simulcasts all of our stuff over at Backbreaker Video on YouTube, on Twitch. He does live content at Twitch.tv/Mike the Ref, and then all his gaming content at YouTube.com/@Backbreaker_gaming, where you can find him replays from Rick Jules, from PJC, and the freaking guests on the streams, Kayla J.
Kayla J. Love Kayla J.
Yes, we do. Melball, where can they find you?
Yes. If you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can find her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can find her on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, and Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also, as Andre said, find me on our local establishment's programming, Japanese Wrestling Update, what you're doing right now. That's the only thing I got on here right now. You can also find me on Astro Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show Ladies Wrestling Showcase, where we showcase all of women's professional wrestling. We're hopefully going to be putting up an episode very soon because we got a lot to talk about. She and I still haven't covered the Stardom Ogawa craziness. We got to sort all that out. So stay tuned to our socials to see when we're going to be talking about that. If you're wanting to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling or Stardom Wrestling, we will leave the links in the description box below. It is njpwworld.com or stardom-world.com. It is 999 yen, or approximately 10 Canadian. Shout out Sean Spears, and congratulations to Sean Spears, who is back on NXT television, and probably the best place for him. But the price for your shows would actually be more like $7.50 with a claw. And it's only because I checked my bank account, and it's still an amazing price to watch some amazing professional wrestling. You can go back into the NJPW vaults and see people like Jay White, Juice Robinson, Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, and so many more. You can go back into the Stardom vaults and see Toni Storm and Piper Niven and Bea Priestley before she was, who was she now?
Blair Davenport.
That one. All that and more. NJPWworld.com and stardom-world.com.
LWS. LWS.
LWS. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague, do you have anything else to say
I
to the
just
beautiful
want to
people?
I just want to say thank you, everybody, for joining us here and listening to us in audio or listening to us after everything. We really do appreciate you guys. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel on YouTube and Twitch, and follow us there. Comment down below if you're watching on YouTube in the post. We love hearing from you guys, even after the fact. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you alert every time we hear at OLE drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Hello.
And that being said, I am your mother. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.
Ready to fight, ready to go, that's my body word. Taking chances, a gift that just gets one.